Hey, welcome to Switch It Up. Today, we're going to talk about how road life is sometimes lonely life. And if you're thinking about going out on the road in an RV, you just need to know that. I didn't expect that to be lonely.
No.
Because I have you.
Well, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. So we're going to roll the intro and jump into this road life?
Road life, it's lonely.
Okay, let's do this thing.
A man and a woman left their home to switch things up and go on the road. They didn't know where they would go, but it's gotta be better than staying home. They switched it up. They switched it up.
And we're back again. It takes like 2 seconds. It's like that old 𝗏𝗏 thing where we'll be back in 2 and 2, except our whole intro is like 30 seconds or something.
I don't know where this came from.
The 2 and 2?
No.
I guarantee you somebody will leave a comment below on where the 2 and 2 came from.
I guess they can enlighten me on the 2 and 2.
Yeah, enlighten Sheila. Leave a comment below. All right, what are we talking about?
Today I wanted to just kind of share our experience in the past almost 2 years now. When we came out on the road, I guess I wasn't expecting it to be quite such a lonely adventure. Yeah. And I know many of you in your comments, you're talking about downsizing, you're going to head out for 6 months, or maybe you're going to go full time. You just need to know that you're going to have to be intentional about forming relationships because it's hard. It can be very lonely.
It can be very lonely. We are surrounded by beautiful views, and that's what allures us basically to just go out and see the United States and live the RV life. But then you realize that you're leaving your family, you're leaving your friends, you're leaving your routines of life, you're leaving the house that you might have had for years, and you're wondering what this new life is going to be. And a component of that is relationships.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's kind of like the biggest thing is when you realize all the stuff is gone and you're left with, well, what's truly important? What's really important is the relationships that you build along your journey.
Yeah, I think that that's something that you think that you're going to stay in touch with your friends that you did back home, but their life is still moving forward.
Yes.
They're not out here seeing what you're seeing and experiencing what you're experiencing. In fact, a lot of times, just telling you, they're not going to understand.
Even
they
our
just
children
don't understand.
Our children don't understand. They gave us only like 3 months to be on.
Well, that I understood.
I know. Shove us into 300 square feet and see how we're going to do on our relationship. But that's a whole different video.
That's a total different video because it's actually going pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the most part.
I still like him. Okay, but we just wanted you to be aware that, hey, you're going to need to create community. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to find relationships. You're going to have to find people. And I think that that's kind of what jump-started our idea and our thought about the huddles is a way, how do you meet people and then possibly see these people again and start to form relationships? And so that's where the whole thought of the huddles and the meetups came from, is because it was out of a necessity, a need for community.
And at first, we didn't think anyone would actually, well, I'll take that back. I was like, who would want to come and hang out with us? We were smaller channel. We weren't.
It was just a year ago.
Yeah.
We're still a small channel.
Yeah, we're still teeny weeny. Well, we are. We're tiny. What's the difference between tiny, teeny weeny, itsy bitsy, all these words, small? So, I mean, at what point does we move from small to itsy bitsy to teeny weeny when you look at channels? Do you look at a channel and go, ooh, that's a small channel?
Teeny weeny just makes you think of a yellow polka dot bikini.
We digress. But the fact is, we wanted to have an opportunity to meet people while we were on the road, and the channel gave us an opportunity for you to learn who we were, but we didn't have the opportunity to know who you were. And that is kind of like what fostered it. And when Sheila came up with the plan, I was like, let's do a camp out weekend, or let's do a meetup. Yep. It really changed everything.
We called it huddles. And in fact, that's what we are on our way to our next huddle right now.
What number is that?
The number huddle we're going to? 5.
It's our 5th huddle. And if you're new to the channel, because now there's been thousands of new people come and find us, a huddle is a way that we can have a community weekend and that we can do things together and really foster relationships.
Yeah, so let's tell you just a little bit about why, now you know why those huddles were created, but we have made some really good friends or people that we connect with or people that we talk to.
Great jokes. There's lots of jokes in this community. Usually they're centered around me because I mess up things.
You just give them an easy platform. It's like lobbing a softball out there.
That's probably true.
What you do on the things that you do. So yes, the jokes are all on
They're
top.
abundant. The jokes are abundant.
Except for the last, now there's a chicken joke, and that's on me because I didn't know it was in 2 pieces.
Yes.
That's a whole nother
That's a whole
thing.
nother story. You're going to have to play catch up and watch some of those videos. That was alive, so you can find that one.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the huddles. Some things like we went rafting down on an inner tube down in Texas. Okay, that was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun when you take, well, we didn't know there was this thing called a tube chute. Well, we knew the tube chute, but we didn't know what it was going to be like. And people lost things like flip-flops and keys and phones and all kinds of fun stuff.
But that was a lot of fun.
It was.
We had a lot of fun going down that tube chute. Or we went whitewater rafting. We took a bunch of people whitewater.
There seems to be a theme here. We try to drown you in some of our huddles. And that is not my intention. But yes, the whitewater rafting thing was absolutely beautiful. It was up in Washington. And I look back at all of that stuff and how, I don't know, maybe it's just that opportunity to do things together. Yeah. And it really builds really cool memories.
Yeah, we just went through some mud in Utah. That was fun on the ATV tours.
Listen, you guys, when Sheila and Megan plan something, you take it to the extreme. Water's flying everywhere. They're completely drenched in mud, which some things are not mud when there's cows in a pasture.
Out there. But anyway, never mind. Don't think about that. Or we've also, when we go places, we like to give back into the communities, and probably there is a food bank in Texas that is just on point with what they're doing in that community there. I enjoyed that one a lot.
And efficiency, and I think we all enjoyed it. There was over 200 of us that went there for the afternoon, and I can't remember how many thousands of pounds of food that we processed, and then hundreds of cars that we were loading food into.
Yeah, that was a cool moment.
It was a very touching moment. It was so real.
I think it's because, like you said, you're doing things together at a huddle. Like at a huddle, we're experiencing new adventures together. Mm-hmm. We're giving back to the community that we were in. We're forming relationships because our huddles include meals, and so you're sitting around table and you're getting to share life. But my favorite thing probably that comes out of a huddle is just the simple fact that later I will see that these people went camping together. They made a connection at a huddle.
And it's not with us being
we
there.
don't have to be there, because we're not building a community based on Todd and Sheila. We're just building a community.
Correct. Yeah.
And a huddle is a great way for us to do that.
And we've been getting this question a lot, so you're probably wondering if you've been around a while, well, why are they covering this? It's because all the new people, they're like, I want to know more about this huddle thing you're talking about.
Yeah, what is a huddle?
We've done 275 videos, and unfortunately, if you don't watch the recap videos, or if you came new to the Switch It Up party, you're playing catch up a little bit. And so, yeah, that's why we're covering, because the community aspect, the loneliness feature, and then how we're dealing with it out on the road, and how we've been able to find purpose while we travel.
Absolutely. And people are finding community, and you need that when you're out on the road. It can be lonely, and the way to combat that loneliness is come to a huddle. It doesn't have to be our huddle. There are other events and activities other channels are doing. Just go meet people, and so you can find like-minded people that you can travel with, and you're not just alone on the road.
Right. Now, when we come to one of our events, we don't sit. You'll find out right away that there's usually hiking involved, and e-bike rides and motorcycle stuff that pops in that we might do. Jeep tours, because what's happening is the community gets together, and then all of a sudden they're like, hey, who has a Jeep? And then you guys go out and do something. Or
they leave me behind because I don't have one.
I know, it's still on the radar.
A little salty.
It's still there to discuss. But then we have the e-bike rides, or we do kayaking or paddleboarding. You find like-minded people.
Things you enjoy doing
in the environment.
And then you go do them together.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speaking of that, we are going paddleboarding and kayaking at our Florida huddle.
Oh, okay.
So if you enjoy kayaking, paddleboarding, that'll be a good place to come
The Florida Huddle, yeah, that's going to be right after the Tampa show.
Yes,
pretty much a few weeks after the Tampa show.
That's in February, and then
that also just not paddleboarding. We rented a cruise ship.
yeah,
that we're going to have dinner.
It's not a cruise ship. It's a yacht. It's like a little yacht.
It's not a little yacht. It can hold like 300 or 400 people.
Well, we're going to be the only ones on it.
Yes, no, that's a true statement. She rented the whole boat.
Because why not?
So we're going to have a DJ.
So we have our community on a boat.
Yes, we sure are. I mean, because who does that? And then I wanted to do something special because we're going to be at Camp Margaritaville. It's kind of away from a lot of stuff. So we're going to do like a, I don't know, like a poker night.
Yes.
And we're going to have some give backs, and we're going to do some things like that.
Great entertainment coming in, flying in from Arkansas. He is
Ryan Harmon, and he was the Acoustic Artist of the Year for Arkansas. And he's only been on a plane one other time, so we've suckered him in to come on a plane for the second time, and he's flying in to perform. And it is going to be lights out amazing.
I may look like a city slicker, shining up to my shoes.
I can guarantee you that.
He is so good. We found him just on a whim when we were out traveling. That's what one of the things now, we've moved from traveling to see the United States to now we travel with eyes to where can we take the
And what
cure?
can we do?
What can
we do together?
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, we have a Tennessee huddle where we're going.
You've been planning this in a while.
Yes, because I really love Tennessee. We are going, we're going to go up to Anakeesta. We're going to do some zip lining and some coasters and
It's going to be one of the nicest parks as well. It took 1.5 years for her to get this lined up.
Because they're so crowded.
It's fun.
Yes.
So Tennessee,
Yes.
we're on the radar. That comes in, is it April?
It's April. We're going to go to Hatfield and McCoy.
Oh, we're going to do a show.
Of
course, we'll take over a show. I mean, if we're going to take over a cruise ship, let's just take over a show.
We're going to go do some hiking because there are beautiful hikes out there. And I know people are going to go jeeping, and there's a motorcycle ride, and there's there's so much to do. I could stay in Tennessee forever.
So now you have an idea on just like what the huddle stuff is for all the new people playing catch up. And if you've been watching our channel, we usually do on our updates, we do on lives once a month. And a lot of times not everyone sees those videos. So we thought this would be probably a good place if you found it.
Yep, we have 5 huddles in 2023. Hope you can make one of those because it really is. It's just like the beginning way for you to find some like-minded people, find some community on the road, and then you'll just meet people that you'll want to go hang out with at other times.
Absolutely. And like she said, there's other communities that are being built in different areas. And, you know, we're looking at ways that we can give back. So we're trying to partner with other type, like, what was it, not Samaritan's Purse?
Yeah, we did Samaritan's Purse.
And we're looking to try to
Utah.
do more of that as well. So there's volunteering on the road as well. So you can find different communities that would do that to give a little purpose as you travel. We're just one little way, and we just like to have fun as we do it. That's just cool.
Yeah, and we can meet new friends, pick on Todd, go on an adventure. Sounds like a good weekend
do Sheila
to me.
hikes. Sheila hikes are fabulous. You'll know what that means when you come to a huddle for sure.
Don't be fooled.
Anything else you want to cover?
No, I think above all, what we just really wanted to leave you with is have your eyes open when you're going into this adventure out on the road, knowing that you're going to have to be intentional about finding community, finding people to hang out with. And we're just offering you one way to come and meet some great people.
Yeah, quick little story. And I think this is why it kind of weighs on our heart a little bit. She'll remember this when I say it. We were at a campground, and a couple that was there came to visit. And as they were there, they had just started their full-time journey just in a couple months or so. And the wife, they've been married a long time, she was really missing home. She was missing her kids, remember?
Yep.
And we loved on her and just said, you got to give it 6 months. You really, it'll straighten itself out. Right now, you're really in that missing phase.
Yep.
And it does, your family, you get to go back and hang out with them. Having the RV is awesome because it gives you like a time you can go back and hang with the grandkids and your kids. But it also in this season of life, it allows you to see this. And a lot of times we work and we work and we work, and one day we're going to hit the road, and one day we're going to see the United States, and one day we're going to see the views. And then you didn't realize that with that came a price. And I just remember her having little tears in her eyes when she was talking, saying, you know, her husband was so happy that they were on the road, and she wasn't feeling real whoopee.
She wasn't there yet. She was working on it, and but to give it time, to find some people, to find community, it just changes things.
Yeah. And we have some stuff that's coming real soon that will take this to the next level. So this is a little reminder that we're going to go to 1 video a week on Sundays, and it will still be flexible that we may upload on Wednesdays as well, as you know, things progress and do different things. But Sundays will be the day that you can count on. So I would suggest that you hit you get on your phone and you hit the bell for Switch It Up, because that way you will be notified. If you don't do that, YouTube doesn't do a good job of notifying you if another video comes out. You might discover it later. But I would suggest you like, comment, subscribe. Comments tell YouTube, hey, this is an important video. So then when we post, they'll say, well, they commented on this video last time, they must really like Switch It Up, and they'll show the content to you. There's just many reasons to leave a comment. And if you leave C4YT, you'll see that it says comment for YouTube. So if you're not a person that has very many words and you don't know what to say, just put C4YT. We know exactly what you're doing. You're trying to help us out. You're not a person with a lot of words. You don't have a lot of things you want to say, but you just want to help us. And that's what you'll see in the comments down below. And that's part of the Switch It Up community brand, and what we're doing and stuff is that we're all trying to do that. But just a reminder, we are going to go to 1 video starting in November.
It's already November.
Oh.
Ta-da.
Ta-da! Yeah, see?
The reminder is because we're going to that 1 video a week. That's the reason why, is for the community.
Yes.
We want to, that's kind of going to be our focus of our channel, is pouring into our community, growing our community, helping you on the road. And this will just give us that opportunity to not focus as much on producing content as much, producing great quality connections inside of our community.
And it'll free us up. We can focus on this thing in the community stuff. And Sheila and Megan have been working on some great stuff for next year that will involve that community. So that's going to be kind of cool too. So it's almost like we may be taking something away, but we're getting ready to add a whole lot more as this journey continues. And thank you so much. We really appreciate, you know, how we've gotten to where we're at, and it isn't lost on us on all the help that you guys provided.
Yeah, I think we just took the last 2 years to kind of figure out what is our niche going to be in the RV space, and ours is just going to be focused on you.
Yep. That's exactly what's happening.
Yep.
Anything else? Good wrap up?
I think so. Oh, I know you guys are going to ask, where in the heck are you? So we'll leave that in the comments down below, because this is a beautiful location.
Yeah, you might want to, since it's off season, it's not loud. So it's actually fairly quiet, and that's why we're being able to have these views.
Yeah, but I'd like to come in the main season too.
Yeah, we talked about,
there's some
slides
over
Somebody
there.
made a comment, maybe we should do a grandpa and grandma huddle.
Yes.
Where we bring the grandkids somewhere.
That was one of our founders.
That's an interesting little comment.
Yeah,
never know what we're
be a good
researching in the
spot.
background.
Never know what we're up to.
You never know what we're up to. We hope to give you a whole bunch of announcements for next year. With all that, we done? She's waving goodbye. That means I should shut up, and we're out.
I'll paint with colors, and I'll sing until my lungs give out. I'm gonna let the sun shine in today, and I will leave my windows open so that I can hear the sound of people talking and the wind blowing in the trees. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way.
I think you make more connections than you think you're going to. I had heard somebody else said it's like summer camp for adults, where you get to choose what you want to do. And I think the one thing you were saying is that you wish you would have planned
more time. I knew we would be making connections. This is our first, we're full-timing now, and I want to build community for the road. So I knew we would make connections. I just didn't know that we would be making
So many.
so many, and that these 4 days of the huddle, we're not ready to leave. We would like to stay longer, build a few more friendships. Definitely for the next huddle, I want to plan a couple more days on the inside so that we can cement those friendships a little bit more. 4 days was just a drop in the bucket. We need at least 4 more.
Yeah.
I mean, we came in with kind of a preconceived idea of what it was going to be, but it blew it out of the water. It was so much better. The connections that we made with the people and the messages that we heard really kind of spoke to us, and it was amazing. We can't wait till the next one. If you have the opportunity to do one, you know, if it happens to be close to home, then definitely go. And even if it's not close to home, try to get to one, because I'm sure if you go to one, it won't be your last one.
Open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly.